By the way, this show is not safe for work.
No, it's not.
I'll put that at the beginning.
NSFW.
There's gonna be some game with Karen that's gonna fuck.
Fucking go for it.
You're not allowed to cry after you say fucking go for it. And welcome to a very special postseason BB Can 5 with our favorite, I'm going to say our favorite, player of the season, Karen. But first, let me let you guys know that if you want to see any of these shows back, listen to our phone interview with Karen, see our interviews with the other house guests this season or any season, everything is over at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. And if you guys want to watch this show live when we do them for the rest of the week, we have we have Jackie on tomorrow, Dre on Wednesday. I'm not telling you who's on Thursday and Friday yet, but make sure that you head over to yourrealityrecaps.com/younow and become a fan so you guys can watch live there. Lastly, if you want to help support our shows, keep us doing this, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only shows, prize giveaways, the patron-only Facebook group, that, or doing a one-time donation over at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal really helps support our shows. Now, everyone, the moment that we have all been waiting for. It's the one, the only, Karen!
Hi, everyone!
Karen!
Hello.
How the fuck are you doing?
You know I'm doing fucking great, Eric. How are you?
That is absolutely amazing. Karen, I am prepared to give it right back to you on this show.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to use yourself against you. So watch, go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Try and disagree with me. Like, I'll watch this. Ready? I love Kevin. Go ahead.
Are we talking about that fucking Kevin Martin?
Yes, I disagree. See? I can do it right back. I can give you right back to you. I can give you right back to you if we disagree. Karen, I love you. You have so many.
Thank you.
You have so many fans right here that love you in this chat room already. Oh my God. Let me let all of the fans know 3 things super quickly. 1, spread the word. Tell everybody that we're live. Square megaphone. Share it on social media. You can leave your questions in the chat room right now. Just become a fan and then start leaving your questions in the chat room. Or you can tweet us with #YRRLive and I'll pull them up on the screen. And lastly, #1 fan is winning Karen's autograph. #1 fan is winning Karen's autograph on this show. Now, Karen.
Yes, darling.
Here is what we're going to do on this show. I think you know. We just try and have fun and do comedic.
Of course we do.
But sometimes I have to grill you and ask the hard questions too, or the fans are going to hate me if I don't ask you some hard questions.
Okay.
So I want to get one right away off the bat.
Okay.
I would like to clear off this off the list, and it's this.
Okay.
Have you ever used a family member and pretended like they had cancer in order to get more screen time?
Not on your life. No.
Have you ever used the phrase a woohoo and whoop it up?
I do not think so. That sounds like Vicki from The Real Housewives.
It does. Are you Vicki Gunvalson from The Real Housewives, Karen? True or false? Is that you?
That is false, but I do get that a lot, surprisingly.
Do you get that a lot? I loved it. For a minute, we were all like, is Vicki on Big Brother Canada?
I have been in hotels in Vancouver, like at conferences, and people are like, are you one of those Real Housewives? I'm like, no.
Why are you not like, yes, upgrade?
Well, you know, I'm trying to get Bruce to be the millionaire and his wife, but he's not going for it. So I'm trying.
Yeah, it's this easy. Yes, upgrade?
Yes.
Just, that's all you have to do. Just, yep, I am that Vicki, and I'd like an upgrade. I'm on social media right now.
Yes, you know, Eric, you know I don't lie like that. You know I'm not a fab fake ass bitch. Come on.
Well, let's talk about it, Karen. Let's talk about your time in the BB Can house. You have
Okay,
so many questions pouring in. I want to jump
good.
right off the bat with one of our patrons, Minnie Sarah, who wants to know, was you giving motherly advice and wisdom to the house guests part of your strategy to get further along in the game?
Absolutely not. Honestly, those kids just wanted my advice, surprisingly, because my own kids don't listen to me. But they wanted my advice, and I was more than willing to give it to them if they'd listen. I mean, I had a captive audience at times. I was shocked as much as you were, honey.
Well, you seem to not think that we were going to like you. A lot on the
Oh,
live feeds, you were very much like, people aren't going to like me, and
well,
the opposite.
that's because that's Dallas told me everybody in the house hates you, Canada hates you, everybody hates the game you're playing. And I believed it. I thought, oh my God. And that was the thing that was so disheartening to me, to think that the country would hate me. Like, even in my pre interview stuff, they said, what are the four things that you would like? And it's like, that for the country to like me was the most important thing. Like, and to hear from somebody like they hate you, I told, paranoia is real. I believed it.
We do know paranoia is real.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
um,
it's real.
so winning to you less important than being liked by Canada.
Oh yeah, totally. 100%. Yeah, I just wanted to. I thought I was going to have to be a fake ass bitch and stab people in the back. And once I realized I could just be myself, but then I thought Canada's not going to like me being myself. They're going to think that she's annoying, she's loudmouth, she needs to go. So that when I got out of the house and found out that I had like more than one person besides my family that liked me, I was shocked. I'm still shocked.
Well, don't be shocked, Karen, because you have I can't even, thank goodness I have chat room help, because the chat is just like this.
Oh, nice. It's
So
so nice.
don't. Kelly M82 wants to know, why do you feel that you and Jackie just couldn't get along in the game?
You know what? We could not get along because honestly, I don't know Jackie outside of the game, but she just was never real. She just never told the complete truth. Like, she thinks she did, but I just couldn't connect with her as a person. She just wasn't real for me. And it wasn't going to work out. And,
Right.
I wish her the best, but I'll see her never. Like, no.
Really?
No, I don't think so. No, there's just too much water under the bridge. It's like her family came after my kids when my kids reached out to them, and it's like, no, sorry. I wish them all the best, but no, that's a chapter closed.
Oh, now let's talk about that for a second, because there was definitely some Twitter drama. It seemed
Yes.
like your
Oh, yeah.
kids went to bat for you
Oh,
during
for
this
sure.
season.
Oh yeah, my kids are loyal, loyal, loyal kids. They would not let somebody drag me without my kids coming after them back if they were doing that.
What? Wait, what did they say? Are they agreeing with you? Are they agreeing with you? So
No.
so you give them the stamp of the approval. You like that
Yeah.
they were supporting you as their mom.
Here's what I said, Eric. I wrote my kids thinking I didn't know 100% I was getting on the show, but I wrote my kids a letter that said, I chose to be in this arena. If people come at you, please don't fight my battles. And I tried to warn him, Bruce. My husband's Bruce. He tried to warn him, but honestly, when I heard that I got attacked online, like they're fierce. They went to my bat, and that's like, I think they did the best they could trying to defend their mom. I mean, it's hard when people say bad stuff about your mom.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, anybody's mom. That's why, just other house guests and stuff. It's hard to hear this stuff where people hate you. I get it.
Oh yeah, we had this discussion, I think with one of the people was with Liza, where I was on the side of, that's your mom.
Yeah,
Nobody's allowed to talk about your mom. And well, Liza thinks
yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
Maybe not house guests on. But I say, once it's postseason, it's all good. I like when people keep the game in the game and try postseason. But like you said, you can't be fake. So if you just don't like someone...
Yeah, I wish people the best and stuff, but they're just not going to be a part of my life, kind of thing. And there has been a lot of things. Even I said that, it's water under the bridge, and we're all good. There's a lot of us that are all good, but there's some of us, it's like see you never.
Right. I want to pull up a quick question, and I should have told you before, but I'll tell you now live, Karen, because you have so many fans here and so many questions, I'm just going to keep trying to fire as many at you as I can in this hour. So I want to pull one from Twitter. It's from Allison, XOXO Feedsters, and she says, Queen Karen, we'd love you. Who would you align with for a BBUS returning player season?
So God, I'd love to go with a strong woman. I loved Janelle. I know a lot of people didn't like Rachel, but I loved Rachel. I love a strong bitch, and I would love to align with a strong woman, and that would be awesome. But on the flip side, I just met Donnie for the first time.
Oh my God.
And I love Donnie.
I'm sorry, there's something wrong with your audio. Sorry, everyone. We're going to fix that later. She said Janelle and Rachel is what we all heard.
Use Eric. Don't be dishing on Donnie. I like Donnie. Okay, well, I like Donnie.
Great. Next question.
Put that chapstick on.
Next question is from Bruno's Thumb, who says, besides D'Amica, who are you going to miss the most this season?
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to miss Will, Gary, Cass, and Emily.
Oh, Will, Gary, Cass, Emily the most.
Well, outside of D'Amica. D'Amica are my 1 and 2. And then those 4 after that, for sure. And Bruno and I have a great friendship. I didn't like him as a player. He knows that. But I love him as a person. And we've already hung out with Bruno, went to Bruno's house, went to dinner with Bruno. And I will see that damn Kevin Martin as well.
Because it's just a game and now the game's over?
It is just a game and the game is over, and we are friends and we will be friends outside. I know that people still want to drag me over that damn Kevin Martin, but honestly, Kevin Martin and I are friends, so get over yourselves, people.
Just a game, everyone, hashtag.
Well, just a game with some of them, Eric. Don't push it.
Wait, okay, let's push it. Who is it not just a game with?
Well, there's some of those girls that never talked to me after that first week, and I'm never talking to them back. I'm just saying.
Netta?
Who?
Trey?
Dre's okay.
Cindy?
Who?
Oh, boy. I don't want to name any of the people that haven't been on yet. Because I love them all.
Of course we do. I love them all too. It's just you didn't talk to me for 34 and 41 days. I ain't talking to you now.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna blow your mind right now, Karen. You ready?
Okay.
It's been brought to my attention that this is the 9th year I've been doing this recently.
Oh my God, you don't look a day over 14, honey.
Thank you. But here's what I'm going to tell you. By Christmas, you guys are all friends. Mark my words. You can disagree with me right now. Just mark my words. I will bring this back up to you at Christmas time when you're all having dinner at Karen's house. Just wait and watch.
Okay.
Back to kind of what we were just saying, because it kind of fits in here. Cloudy Boo says, if you could only pick Aiko or Gary to be on an island with, who would you pick?
Oh, God. Come on. You got to make it something fair.
No, that's fair. Let's go.
I can't pick between those.
They're both drowning. They're both drowning in the water, Karen.
Well, Aika's a lot skinnier, so I could probably save her over Gary, but that's not saying
Bye, Gary. You heard it here first. Karen, kill Gary.
Gary, I love you. I'm sorry you weigh more than Aika. I only could save one of you.
I would have saved you, Gary, if it makes you feel better.
Okay, Queen. I told you I didn't want to pick.
Okay. I say you saved both.
Okay, thank you.
I say you saved both, and you sacrificed yourself.
Thank you.
For the pair.
Yeah.
Karen?
For sure.
Thank you for that segue.
Okay, no problem.
What do you have to say about people who feel, because you did kind of tell us, that you sacrificed your game for Aiko and Dimitri's, which we loved, but we also loved you.
Well, I really didn't sacrifice it for Dimitri. Did I really? Like, people keep saying that, and I really didn't. I thought he should have won over Kevin Martin.
Right.
But either of them were taking me to the final two, were they not?
True.
Okay, so I didn't really sacrifice anything, did I?
Right. But sure. Okay. But I think, I
love Dimitri.
Look, believe me, you made the choice we all wanted you to make. But there are some people who would say maybe if you kept Dylan.
Oh, no. He wasn't loyal enough. I know I keep hearing this from the fans, but honestly, you guys, you don't even know what was going on in the house. I'm telling you. He had gone and made a final two with Dimitri behind my back and a final two with Kevin behind my back. And both Dimitri and Kevin came and told me. And Dylan, who if he was loyal to me, would have told me. And he didn't. So my enemy and my ally both would have taken me. And Dylan was trying to work deals behind my back. So regardless what you say, I made the right move with Dylan.
Let me ask you this. If Dylan would have told you that he did those things or been more honest with you, then you would have stuck with... Okay. Dylan, it's your fault.
I would have believed that he was going to be more loyal to me than he proved to be. I just want to say that because I have been drug over this. And it's like, you guys... You weren't in the house with me. Trust me, I'm not a dumb person. I knew what I was doing. Believe me when I tell you that.
And that is the truth. So there you go. And we did see it on the feeds. I think it was confusing. I think it was just confusing for people because, the edit is telling a story.
Honey, I get it.
So, which returning players, Kelly wants to know, which returning players were you the most excited to see coming into the house being a super fan like us?
Okay, so I absolutely love the fact when Cass walked through the door and Gary walked through the door. And actually, I had high hopes for Kevin and Bruno being a trio with them because I came in wanting a trio and I thought my original trio was going to be Kevin and Bruno. You know that. I've told you that. And that didn't work out. Too bad for Bruno, but worked out for Kevin okay, even though I wasn't with him. Those were the ones. I was most skeptical about Aiko and Netta because I knew the kind of game players they were, and I was pretty intimidated by both of them. I honestly couldn't remember Dallas's name. I couldn't remember what season he was on. I said, he looks familiar, but who is that guy?
Right.
And who else was there? Somebody else.
Do we say Cindy?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So it's just that she didn't have a relationship with you in the game, so...
Which one?
Cindy.
Oh, see, and the edit gave her credit for my week one move, where if you watch all my pre-interview stuff, I knew that no guy had ever gone out. That was 100% me and me talking to everybody. The edit gave Cindy the credit for that. That's not true. That is not the way it went down.
This is a lie.
No, I'm saying that they made it seem like Cindy got me to put up two guys. That's not true at all. I was putting up two guys, and if a guy came off, if Bruno took somebody off, another guy was going up. I was making sure a guy went home for my season because I won that record.
I think those of us that watch the feeds knew that, but I hear what you're saying. Yes, that someone watched the... If they were only watching the show, then yes, I could see why people would think that.
I was like, wow. When I watched that, I was like, wow, Cindy got credit for that? I mean, I came into the house pre-interviews saying 2 big bucks were going on that block and I was going to win the first HOH. So it was like, really?
Right.
Okay, interesting. But, hey, whatever.
I know, I'm sure you've gotten asked this question a ton of times. There is no way I can't ask you it. It's probably one of your top questions. Cindy wants to know, who would you have taken to the final two if it was you, Aika, and Dimitri's.
Oh God, I've been asked this so much, and I, honest to God, you guys, I cannot answer it unless me, Aika, and Dimitri would be sitting there
Uh-huh.
of who I would have taken, because I have loyalty still as a friendship to both of them equally. Like it was just a game, but honestly, you have to understand the dichotomy of that house. I had to be there to be able to tell you that. Like if you said Dimitri or Kevin or Aika and Kevin, I mean, I would have taken Aika or Dimitri. You know, I would have never taken Kevin.
Right.
But I cannot say between the two of them unless we would have been sitting there, because honestly, even the move on the final 5 to get Dylan out, Dylan said to me, like, we've made final 4. And I go, Dylan, we are at final 5. Like somebody's in 5th place, knowing at that time that it was him. And it was like, he didn't realize this. And so you don't know till you're put in that situation. And trust me, if I could have talked to anybody, like phone a friend, I would have called Bruce and said, what should I do? What should I do? Because I was very tormented in that, knowing that, yes, maybe I would have a chance to win 1st place if I would have taken Dylan. But Dylan honestly was so sketchy with me that I could not take a chance that I knew Dimitri or Aika would be a lot more loyal than Dylan would be.
Interesting. All right. I want to switch gears for a second because we're getting a lot of questions like this one from Rafe, which he's asking, as a super fan of the show, what was your highlight or best moment in the house? But before that, I just want to say, here's one of ours. And of course it's whipped cream time with Kevin.
God.
What was one of your most favorite moments this season?
It had to have been when I finally walked through the house, and then I sat there with the 8, there was, 7 and me, 8 newbies, and the doorbell started ringing and the vets started walking through, and I looked up and I went, oh my God, this just amped up my game, where I was one, if not the only newbie that felt like that. The rest of them were like, what the hell are they doing on our season? Where I was like, oh my God, this just made my game have to crank up that much more, because now we've got history and game players. Like, this is real. So it had to have been that first day, winning the HOH, seeing them walk through the door and then winning that first HOH, like, huge to me as a fan, as a lover of this game. Yeah.
Right. We loved all of your special segments and your special challenges, like drink party time.
Yes, I had a lot of vodka that night.
Everybody loved that, loved that challenge. But one of the most shocking moments to us during the season, this was when we were like, there is no way that Karen doesn't know what's going on right now.
Which one?
When you caught, oh, you know what I'm going to say?
Are you talking about him coming out of the black hole?
Yo, that's right, Karen.
I am still pissed about that. What? How the hell? I outed him right there, coming out of the black hole. Had they not said stop that, I would have gone in the black hole and seen the power of veto. How did that not get that it became void when I went right up and went, you have a secret power veto coming out of that hole? Seriously, how did that happen? Really? I don't know, because I haven't seen that episode or anything. So how'd that happen?
It's coming. I don't know. You said it. That was all. It was stop that, and then
you saw the stop that?
Yeah. Well, on the feeds we did.
Okay, because I'm like, okay, well, I just outed the guy.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Wait, see, here's what we thought was going to happen. We thought that you knew, and then after, I think, the competition, or during the ceremony, we thought that you were going to, like, call him out. Like, we were like, Karen's waiting. She is going to go in for the kill and be like, I know that William has a secret power. And then we were like, oh, that didn't happen.
No, because here's the thing. Like, I tried. You know I tried. And then everybody thought I was just so nuts with my paranoia and delusional, and like I had lost so much credibility with these house guests. And you guys have to understand it's so difficult being in them, especially being the old crazy person. And they pretty much were discarding everything that I was saying at that point. And up until I told Bruno that he came out of the hatch and Bruno had known from Kevin, then I saw on Bruno's face like, yeah, it was that time. And I thought, well, how come they stopped it then? Because I should have been able to crawl in the black hole and it would have been over right then. But so it just makes it seem like to me that they wanted him to be able to have that power, because why did it continue?
Right. Well, I mean,
what more did I have to do than point and say, you have a secret power of veto and try to go in the hole?
You'll see on the episode. You'll see on the episode. Look, we agree with you.
Okay.
I'll say everyone agrees with you.
Okay.
I don't know what more we can say without getting in trouble, but I'm gonna say we agree with you. The fans agree with you. We're all agreeing with you.
Okay.
We're all on the same page on that one. We all feel that you're right. You spotted it.
Okay, and that's what I thought. So I don't know unless you're gonna say once you watch the episode, Karen. Find out.
No, you're not gonna find out once you watch the episode. It's you got it. That was the whole thing.
Oh, okay, really?
Yep, it was stop that, and then you guys went on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess I could have rummaged through his shit, but that whole thing just kind of freaked me out when it was like, nope. And then nobody believed me when I kept saying there's a secret power veto. And then they were all dissing me and like, ignore her. She's so fucking nuts. And I thought, okay, you know what? I can't be any more nuts in this game because they're going to throw me out and I didn't want to get thrown out. So
yeah, don't.
I had to calm down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you made it to the end. You made it into that final 2 spot. Would you really have... Like, if you could go back and change something, would you change that, knowing it might not land you in Final 2?
I probably only would have went and rummaged through Will's shit. That's the only thing. In hindsight now, once everybody was making me feel so crazy, and then I got that, stopped that, I thought, okay, I don't really know what's going on, and you do become so paranoid in that house. Like, I'm paranoid normally, but that house amped me up to my paranoia. So, outside of rummaging through the guy's shit, that's probably the only regret I have, because that would have been a game changer, because Kevin would have gone home that week for sure.
Okay. I want to ask you a question about Marsha the Moose, or I don't want to ask you a question. Danny Best wants to ask you a question. When you had your Marsha the Moose task...
That was awesome.
It was the best.
I still haven't seen it, just so you know.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Well...
I have.
If it was real, Danny wants to know, would you have given Kevin the not play in the final 5 veto if it was real? Like, you knew it was fake, but she wants to know, let's say it was...
Sure.
You would have.
Okay, if I had the choice, and that would have been a real task...
Right.
100% he would have got not playing that last POV, for sure.
I agree.
Yes.
Small Victories wanted to know, did you realize how dead you were with the clock? It was hilarious to watch.
Okay, I had no idea, you guys. What happened was, we're not allowed a clock, but we had a clock on the stove, right?
Right.
So the backyard is shut down when we're doing challenges, okay?
Yep.
And that's the only way we could get to the hot tub. So when I would get out to the hot tub area, I would literally go look at the sun and I would say, it's this time. And then I'd go in and set the clock. But somewhere along the night, the little clock elves would come in and screw my clock up.
Mm-hmm.
So if I couldn't get outside, then I couldn't see the sun and try to figure out what time it was. So then I would just go around guessing, and then I'd go try to set the clock. And then once I got out of the show, people would be like, oh my God, even when she couldn't go outside, she was so close to the time. And even the backside of the show said to me, it was eerie how close she was sometimes. And in the final episode, like the finale, when we were sitting there waiting, you know how the live show is going on?
Mm-hmm.
At one point, they're like, you're within 90 seconds of the correct time. And I was like, you're kidding. So I hadn't even been outside for days because, you know, everything was shut down.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, it's just weird. Even like Bruce said to me the other day, the power went out here. And I said, well, I don't know. It's pretty close to 10 o'clock. And then the power came back on. It was like 9:52. So I told you guys I'm a witch.
Well, Aiko. Isn't it Aiko who coined you the witch?
I think I've been one long before Queen Isa. But...
Stop it. You're not. You're not a wish. You're not that paranoid. And you know what else? You weren't in danger every week. Number one question. Also, a top question, Karen. Did you really think that you were in trouble every week? You really did?
Here's the thing, you guys. You have to understand about this house.
Paranoid.
If you get comfortable, your ass goes home. And I used to go around saying the minute they're comfortable, their ass is out the door. So I was never getting comfortable. And let me tell you something. That's a lot of playing the game as well. You want people to never know where you are in your head and in the game because that's a distraction for people. Like I was doing a lot more than people know or think I was doing. Because,
we know.
Yeah.
I think we know.
There was a lot of that. Like, you know, but yes, I was never going to get comfortable because the minute they got comfortable, well, look at Cindy. Cindy got so comfortable and it was like, yeah, she's next. I mean, Bruno and Kevin were trying to get Aiko to go home. I got Dylan to put Cindy up and it's like, yeah, you're out of here. And she was blindsided by that. She was like, couldn't believe it. And it's like, cause she was comfortable. She wasn't afraid of going on the block, wasn't afraid of going home. And those are the people that always went home.
You think Cindy thought she was comfortable and that's why she went home?
I think that every single person that went home was too comfortable. And that's where they went. Oh. The only person that wasn't would have been, look at Dylan in the final five.
Right.
Comfortable. Aiko was not comfortable.
Right.
She knew that it was Kevin or her, you know, whoever ended up winning that was going to. She was never comfortable, but I mean, the numbers were too low by that time.
Right.
She's the only house guest. Dimitri was never comfortable. I was never comfortable. I mean, I'm speaking on their behalf, but I just know that people weren't comfortable. Kevin was never comfortable either.
Right.
The comfortable people left. The uncomfortable people stayed. That's all I'm going to say about that house.
Okay. Melissa C. wants to know if you could change one thing about your season, what would you change?
Is going and rummaging through William's shit to see your power of veto. Or just pushing through when they were telling me to stop that and jumping into that black hole when I had that door open. You know I had that door open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, well, we know. Rach DHM wants to know, were you glad that you started or you were one of the catalysts or people involved in the hashtag Dre Exposed Party? So, you know, you're and Dylan meeting with Aiko and Dimitri is talking about the things that Dre has done is kind of what led to the Twitter phenomenon. So you probably don't know then.
I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. It was basically up until that point, Dre's game was pretty much undercover.
That was her and Aiko had no idea, but you guys saw how much that I would tell D'Amica that don't trust Dre, you can't trust Dre, and they would be like shaking their heads at me, and they totally trusted Dre, and she was the biggest snake towards Aiko than everybody, wasn't she?
Not, I know you didn't watch it yet. Not, Not until I don't feel, and I'm sure people disagree with me, I don't feel she was up into the point in her game where she believed she had to. So in other words, she wasn't the whole time, in my opinion. People can disagree with me if they want.
So it probably changed after like week 5, maybe then?
Like double eviction, I feel like, is when it changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so day 34. Okay, so because all of a sudden, like, I would say to Dre, like, other people would be telling me that Dre wanted to get Ike out or wanted to split her and Dimitri up. And I was like, Dre was not ballsy enough to say it to me, but she was saying it to other people. And then I would go talk to Dre and be like, Dre, is this going on? And she'd be like, well, Karen, like, she's got to go, but I don't want to do it kind of thing because I'm too good of friends with her. But I never believed that.
Right.
I just thought, no. And then you're talking about the kitchen conversation when I'm ready for bed with my hair up, my red robe on, and Dylan says, we got to go down and talk to them. That conversation, is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. That, honestly, that switched the game around as far as,
yes,
you know.
Yep.
Yeah. That Dre and William went home, and that was the triple then. Yeah,
right.
and it would have been me and Dylan, right?
Right. And that's why it became on Twitter like the Dre Exposed Party, because that was kind of the turning point where that led to her and William going home.
And I go like this, like, oh, thank God that conversation took place. Because me and Damika had about a 10-day period where things were pretty rocky, you know, after I got nominated on day 45. Like, things were a little bit rocky. They thought I was completely paranoid out. Mm-hmm. And it just wasn't going well. So that conversation actually got everything back on side. And Dimitri told me later, he said, after that conversation, Karen, I told Aiko, like, I know Karen is telling me the truth. I don't have to ask her again. And I was like, I don't know what I said, but whatever I said, he just knew that I was telling him the truth. And they didn't question me again. And everything was smooth sailing with us after that. So it worked out good.
Brilliant. I'm glad you brought up who you were really in the best alliance with in this game. I know you probably think that it's Aika or Dimitri's.
Okay.
We as fans disagree and know...
The red robe?
The red robe Karen!
Oh my God. You know what my husband said to me, Eric, 2 days ago?
What? I have a feeling it's going to be what I'm going to say. Go ahead.
Are you getting rid of that hideous red robe?
Well, Karen, I have a solution for you. Stephie in our chat room says, I hope Karen is considering signing it and giving it away to a charity. I really think you could probably raise a lot of money for a charity with that, Karen. You really should think about it.
That is hilarious.
eBay.
Think about it.
Maybe. Go ahead.
I've honestly had that red robe as long as I've had my husband. My husband goes, yes, and it looks like it. I love that red robe. That's my winter robe. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm sorry. Aika Wong just told me yesterday, you need to get rid of that Walmart robe. I go, okay, first of all, it came from like Saks Fifth Avenue. Shut your pie hole, and I'm not getting rid of it. I love that red robe. She goes, it doesn't look like it came from there. I go, I don't care. It did. Leave me alone.
What I'm hearing is that you're going to get an identical red robe and you're going to sign that and give that away and raise money for charity with that one, the identical one.
I'll think about
That's
it.
what
Let me tell you something. There was a beautiful robe that we wore in the Baywatch challenge. I would have loved if Big Brother would have given it to me. It was so nice. And it was a red robe and it was way better than my red robe, but they wouldn't give it to me, you guys. So, oh well, I'm stuck with the old one.
Doesn't you got some second place money? We can get a robe. We can get a robe.
I got a little, but Eric, I'm old and I don't need to get.
You're not old.
It's not wore out, Eric. Don't come for the red robe edges.
Okay, well let me tell you something. I just threw away my hub's 12-year-old robe, and it caused a big fight around here.
Exactly.
So I'm on your husband's side. It's time to let the robe go, Karen. No, I'm not on your side on the robe. It's time. It's 12 years.
Eric.
I'm sorry.
I'm not getting rid of it. Matter of fact, I'm going to wear it all day long now.
Okay, you should have worn it for that. Does it have like that old towel smell that you can never really wash out to
Eric, you saw how much laundry I did in that house.
Right.
You know how much I washed that red robe. I don't like nasty, smelly shit.
Me neither.
And I wash regularly. It doesn't smell like anything, Eric.
You know you need to not use fabric softener because I also, like you, am I am obsessed with cleaning. And I have found you can't use fabric softener if you don't want your towels to smell like that, apparently.
Okay, well, I don't think I use fabric softener. I use an unscented.
Well, there you go, everyone. We're here talking Big Brother and solving your household needs too. You're welcome, everyone.
You're welcome.
Our town has a very important question that he likes to ask, and it's become a staple question for the people that come on this show. And he wants to know, was there something that you learned about yourself this go-round on playing Big Brother that you might not have known about yourself before you played the game?
I would think probably that I have a bigger filter if I have to have one. I definitely was more filtered at times with the annoyance factor for how I felt about a lot of those house guests. I'm surprised how people feel like I drugged Kevin Martin so bad. And I honestly, that was like an itty bitty, tiny little tinsy little meltdown. If they were surprised at that, honey, they ain't seen nothing yet.
You know, people have their favorites and then they will fight to the death for them on Twitter is what it comes down to. I mean, I loved it. I walked around this house for like 3 days and I think if you go look at my timeline, there are just days where all I tweet is, fuck you, Kevin Martin. That's all we do. People were like making little, I don't know if you know, like the Amazon dot that can talk. People would record like, fuck you, Kevin Martin, on their like Amazon thing, and like people, it was insane. We all loved it.
That's awesome. So I was quite surprised at that, but would I do anything different? No.
It was funny.
I had a great time. Trust me, if you guys want to really get to know my personality, the people that I did not give life to, that I did not talk to, is who I didn't like. If you heard me utter, even my kids would tell you, as much as mom said that Kevin Robert Martin, I wouldn't have given him any life if I didn't like him. I liked him a lot more than most of those people, or I wouldn't have talked to him or about him. Trust me.
I just want to say I know there are a lot of new people that just come from that are here for you, Karen, and then we have the long time reality recaps fans. Hello, is this not? That is what I say all the time, Karen. I get such shit from people for what I say about people, and I'm like, if I don't like someone, I don't talk about them.
Thank you, Eric. That's me all the way. All the way.
That's why we love you.
Even my kids, people would not believe my kids and say, oh, she was so nasty and vile to Kevin Martin. And I'm like, my kids would even tell me, trust me, if my mom's talking about him, she likes him. That kid will be over at our house. Mm-hmm. It's like the ones that you don't hear me talk about, it's like they're the ones I don't like.
Exact, 100%. Old Broad wants to know, what are your plans for the future? Are you going to continue with your realtor career?
No, 21 years. I have a broker's license. I'm still licensed right now, but I'm not going to sell real estate. I'm pretty much done with that. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm moving on. I'm hoping Tang, I'm drinking purple drink. I'm hoping Tang calls me for commercials. Hook me up.
We'll have to have you do one at the end. BB a Watcher 17, I think one of your younger fans, wants to know, which was your favorite comp of the season and who is your all-time favorite BB Can player?
Okay, so my favorite comp of the season would have to be the HOH that I won. I would have to say that one for sure. I was strong when I came in. We know what happened after that. It wasn't too good. My Canada player, did you say BB Canada player? It could, now that I know them in my season, I would have to say Ike and Dimitri.
Really?
Yeah, because we got mind and muscle. Like, you cannot go wrong with the mind and muscle.
I agree. You cannot go wrong with Mind a Muscle. I agree. All right, I'm going to ask you another very important question.
Okay.
I know you like when I make you choose things.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Karen, not really. This is a fictitious world. You just won a VIP vacation to New York or New Jersey. Which one are you going to?
New York, New York.
Obviously. This question is from New Jersey girl. And she wants to know, I have a whole thing where I hate New Jersey. She wants to know, when are you just going to play Big Brother US already?
Well, I haven't been asked. I don't know if I will, but I am eligible because I'm an American citizen. And I don't know if I'd go back. I mean, I said maybe because I like new challenges, but
you told me you would.
It's hard. I know, but now I've had 2 weeks to think about it again, and I'm thinking, Eric.
Karen, you just go and collect that check because I technically think you would get paid as someone that's already played. I think you get paid. Just go create chaos for a week, leave, and cash your check.
Okay, I'm in.
You're welcome.
I love you.
And throw out a reality recaps. Kim S wants to know, was it hard to watch Dre play Aika in your opinion when you were suspicious all along?
Oh, 100%, because you kept seeing me say, Aika, do not trust her. You cannot trust her. And Dimitri and Aika both will tell you that they thought that I was just crazy delusional and that they really could trust her. And it was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. But that's what this game does to you.
Well, I want to let everybody know that, again, on Wednesday night, Dre will be right here, so you guys can come back and ask your questions to Dre. Jackie will be on tomorrow night. You be nice to Jackie.
That's what my husband tells me.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Jackie is on tomorrow night. Dre is on Wednesday, and I don't know who could possibly be on Thursday or Friday. I have no idea. But make sure you guys become a fan so that you can watch. And I want to say, because we only have like 15 minutes left, that the number one fan is currently Leslie, and that the number one fan is going to win Karen's autograph.
Oh boy.
So Karen.
Yes. Darling.
BD fan BMX wants to know, whose game do you think was most underrated?
Whose game do I think was most underrated in this season? Whose game was most underrated? Well, see, I haven't watched the whole show. I can tell you who I think looks like they were a bigger part of it than they were.
Who? Cindy?
That's what I've seen so far. But I honestly, you guys, I've only watched like 12 episodes, so I don't know. Maybe mine. Do you think mine?
I think you played a great game. I mean, I will tell you, I have to pick and choose where I want to focus our attention. But a lot of people were saying back in the beginning in the chat room that you didn't give up your game. You set yourself up to be the person that everyone would take to final two. So if that is something,
thank you.
If
that's what I was definitely doing.
Yeah. So I don't know how anybody could say. I mean, I could see them saying your game was underrated if people weren't realizing that, and that is what you did. But
I think some like the jury members by Jackie's and Netta's questions that they didn't realize I was playing, or I thought I was playing. And I actually was talking about this a couple of days ago. It's like I had people on every side, on opposite sides that I wasn't working with that I knew would get me further or not make me a target. So that, yeah, it was definitely my plans.
The jury, when you get up to the episode, I mean, I knew it was a fake out. I so wanted it to be true. But the jury was like, oh my God, we love what Karen is saying to us. When you got to send that message in, they were very much like, Karen's the only one who is showing us she had a plan laid out from the beginning.
I totally did.
And that she knows what she's doing. So they made it seem like you could.
100% did. But again, no credit in the end. And people are saying, are you disappointed in that? And it's like, no, not at all. Like, It's a game. And as far as fans go, if you don't win comps, which I didn't, you're not going to get first place. You're never going to get first place. They never give a social player like me, like a Godfrey first place. They don't. Doesn't happen.
Andy?
Okay, there you go. We could name them all day long.
Well, yeah. I mean, I agree with you. It always is going to come down to what the jury respects more. Are they going to respect a social game or a physical game? I am always one that thinks it's harder to play the social game than the physical game.
I played, as the player that I was at the age that I am, I played the only game I had. Right. That's the game I played. And it got me to final 2. So I don't care what people say. I have said as a fan that most of the time, the people that end up 3rd and 4th should have been 1st and 2nd, and the 1st and 2nd should have been 3rd and 4th. And I'm never going to change. But I also, did get a check. So thank you.
I will say Maximus' mom in the chat room put it perfectly. And she said, Karen, you came in first place in our hearts.
Nice. Thank you. I love you.
Small Victories wants to know, Karen, who got the most stop that's in the house?
Oh, let me see. I'd say Dylan probably for singing. Mm-hmm. Probably Dylan for singing. Watch Your Language, definitely me. I got a lot of stop that's. I got to be honest, because I'd be talking about something and then production would say something to me and I'd be like, well, I was just saying, and then they'd hit the stop that again. I go, well, because I was just saying, and then they'd hit it again. So it was like the last word in edgewise. Right. Yeah, I got a lot of stop that's.
I'm afraid to ask this question based on your earlier love for Donnie. But chat room would like to know, or Allison wants to know, Nicole or Paul, who was the rightful winner of BB18 last season?
I would have gone for Paul probably over Nicole.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And thank you. You've redeemed yourself in my eyes.
Good.
Do you think that the bitter was jury, or do you think that the jury was bitter?
They were bitter.
Oh, you're going with definitely bitter.
Oh, I'm going 100% bitter. They're saying they're not bitter, they're bitter.
They have all said they're not bitter.
But their actions show me they're bitter.
Actions do speak louder than words.
Well, I didn't hear or didn't see, but I did hear about Aiko rolling into the jury and the fights that were going on. So I'm going with bitter.
Okay, I agree.
I haven't seen it again, but I did live it.
Is there anything that you've seen? I know we have this question for you a lot too. Is there anything that you've seen watching the show back now that surprised you now that you're watching it back?
Well, that they had said that it was Cindy's idea to put up a guy. Not true.
Anything
else? Not true. Watch my pre-interview stuff. You'll see that was 100% me. Well, the secret power veto thing, like the stop that. I don't know why I didn't get to go in the hole.
Right. Like anybody's personality, or like, did you hear anybody specifically say anything like, wow, I didn't know that they were really like this, or... I guess no. I mean, you kind of already gave us 2 of your good ones with the power of veto and the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, unless we can go and dissect specifics, it's like... There's so much. I mean, there's just so much you could sit here and pick and choose, really.
Let's not pick and choose on this one. Mini Sarah wants to know, do you really think that the bed was cursed?
100%. Okay, it took out, first of all, there was Gary and Cass in that bed. So it took Cass, then Gary. Then Cindy and Bruno got in it. It took Cindy and then Bruno. Then... Will laid across it. Jackie got in it. Dylan got in it. Aiko sat on it and popped up. It took them all.
Really?
It took them all.
But didn't you sit on it for a second?
No, not me. That was Aiko.
Oh, that was Aiko that sat on it for a second. You two look so familiar.
We tried to wash her clothes, but it didn't work.
That's right. Jenna Wilson wants to know, did you ever think to downplay your personality, or let's say how funny you were or your cursing, thinking that it was going to make you more of a target?
Nope, absolutely not. I thought I was going to go in And I really was going to have to be a liar and stab people in the back, like in my promo stuff. I thought I would have to do that. And once I got in there and I started just being my normal cussing and sarcastic, petty person, and people liked that, I was like, oh my God, would this be so great if I could actually play the game 100% as myself? Because then you don't have to remember anything if you don't have to be anything other than yourself.
Right.
So to me, it ended up being the greatest thing ever, just being able to be my real self. Yeah, so I was like, oh my God, this is wonderful.
And your real self as a super fan and not, and I'm not, and I don't even like when you call yourself the old lady that played, because I don't think you're an old lady at all. I just think you're not a 21-year-old like we seem to see get cast all the time. I know our fan base, I know myself, we loved seeing a not 21-year-old play and someone that's a fan play. So we loved watching how you played and then having a sense of humor and you made the feeds. I am telling you, a lot of us would have been out, I think, if God forbid you had went.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, thank you. I'm glad. Of course, I haven't seen a lot of that as well, so I don't know, but I have seen a little bit of the stuff, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I thought people honestly would have just found me just really fucking annoying and like, God, get that woman out of here, which I think a lot of people did, but for the most part, it seemed to be overwhelming that they were actually entertained by my nonsense. So good.
I mean, maybe they are, but like, not the people I follow are our audience. We all have a great sense of humor, so we all loved you. I mean, I'm not venturing out into those people are wrong, so I really don't care.
Okay.
Little Big Red says, Karen and Eric, what do you guys think of the devastating news? We do have breaking devastating news that has just come out that Big Brother Canada is officially on hiatus. Karen, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, it's official.
It is official.
Yep. I got an official email, so it is true. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, they're saying, you know, just for this year, for 2018 and stay tuned. But, as a fan, I can't see that this would be the last season. Like, I hope it is on hiatus and it's coming back. I don't know. Maybe they're negotiating contracts or doing whatever with the networks. Who knows? But, I would hate it if it was the last season forever.
I don't think it's the last season.
They said hiatus.
Right.
So I gotta trust that they have something in the works. And, I'll look forward to it coming back.
Big Brother Ann says, it is because that Kevin Martin won instead of Karen. We all need an extra year to calm down.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Go with that. I hear Global does this a lot with shows. I'm sure it is coming back.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, New Jersey. I also see New Jersey Girl in the chat room kind of said the same exact thing. Rumor has it Karen was so iconic, they needed an extra year to cast someone to follow her.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's wonderful, but not true.
Well,
they are on hiatus, though.
I obviously, I want to talk about quickly before we wrap it up what Destiny's wants, or Destiny's comment/question. And she says, the friendship that you have with D'Amica is so touching.
Aww.
Do you have any fun stories you can tell us about them?
Well, I think honestly, the lives are so, like with social media, you actually see us. If you watch us on Snap and on Twitter, you're living our lives right along with us. We're, these people are fabulous. They're not those fab fake ass bitches. So they're just living their life like I am. So if you guys are on social media, tune in and you'll see what we're doing. And they're just real. That's what they are. And it's awesome to be part of it.
Because technically they are with you right now.
They are. They're upstairs in my house.
Oh, I wonder where else they could pop up this week. Well, Karen.
Oh.
I'm going to come back on. I mean, I'm not leaving you alone, but I'm going to give you full screen.
Oh.
Because...
I better sit up.
Yeah, well, I can move you all around, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
basically, I want you to have a moment to just have a one-on-one with your fans. What do you want to say to all of the people that have supported you, who love you? And then I'm going to come on and we're going to talk a little bit about your social media. So the floor is yours for your fans, Karen.
Hey, thank you, darling. Hey guys, I just want to tell you that this has been an unbelievable experience for me. Like, I can't even tell you from the bottom of my heart how much I have lived a dream. All your love and support to me, like, honestly, it fills my heart up with like joy and happiness. I'm just so overwhelmed by the love and support. You know, I never expected this in a million years. It took me 5 years to actually get on the show. And I just can't even tell you what a dream, but I just want you to know that no matter what age you are, whatever you're doing in your lives, that you do have full control on what you do. And it doesn't matter what society says about you. You just got to live your truth and be who you are and just fucking go for it, because it's your life and you only got one of them. So go live it. I love you. Mwah. All of you from the bottom of my heart, me and my family, thank you so much for all the support you've given us.
Well, Karen, you're not allowed to cry after you say fucking go for it.
I know, but it's so true, Eric. It's like, it's overwhelming how good these people have been to me. Mm-hmm. And I never expected this.
Well, I think what you need to do, Karen, is you need to learn, take a page from the Kevin Martin playbook and exploit it. You exploit it and you make sure it's that say, fucking go for it. Hashtag fucking go for it. And then you charge people for it. Mm-hmm.
If I knew what to do with it, trust me, I would. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's so overwhelming.
Well, I mean, look, I can help you with anything you want, Karen. I'm sure there are tons of fans that would be love to help you with anything, because you have been such an inspiration for so many people, from people that want to play Big Brother, just to even, like you said, people, the way you had to almost reinvent your life when you decided to put your family first. I think you are an inspiration to a lot of people.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that, Eric.
Now, if people want to keep up with Karen and they want to see what is going on upstairs that Dimitris and Aiko are doing that's banging a lot, where would they follow you on social media to find that out?
Okay. So I don't really do Facebook. I just want to tell you that. I do have a personal account, but like people just follow me, but I really don't ever post there. So it's really a waste of time because I'm not a big Facebook fan. Okay. I just want to say that. Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg.
He's
Twitter, Karen's Real, which my name is Karen Singbeil, but all of my social media, like for Snap and Instagram, is called Karen's Real. Okay. So it's KarenSreal. And that was when I started social media in like 2008 or 9. It was like I was in real estate and I'm a real person. So I kind of just combined the two and I'm not changing them. So that's where you can find me on pretty much anything. If you want to hit me up, that'd be awesome. And I do see and try to respond to as much as I can, but it is overwhelming since I got out of the house. And I know it's only been 2 weeks, but the love and support is tremendous.
Well, you need some time to decompress. Obviously, people that are watching this back, the links will be below to Karen's social medias. So what about the @BBCanKaren?
So here's the thing.
Okay.
And I also have a YouTube channel that's Karen's Real 1, where you can see some of my real audition tape from the first season, and then I added on for season 5. My kids were running the BBCanKaren account, so it is really pretty much dead. It's there, and I appreciate that kids did that, but they fired that up. The show did for...
We know. Yeah, we know.
So Karen's Real is my real account. Is
where you want them.
And that's where I want you. Yes.
Perfect.
I don't really say like I'm part of BBCan because like if you know me, you know I was. I don't think I'm going to change any of my bio and stuff, but Karen's Real is really me.
Okay, and it is right above you as well. That is the real Karen.
Thank you.
Now, Karen, most importantly, I have a question for you.
Okay, let's hear it, Eric.
Are you going to come back and talk BB19 with us during the summer?
I would love to.
All right, you have to. It's on camera, and I'm holding you to it, Karen.
I definitely will. But
Okay.
let me get in a little bit so I can figure out who I like, because I am one of those shady bitches that'll just say like, don't like them. And then I might like them like 2 weeks later if I see what they're all about. So I probably won't come on like right immediate, but okay, good.
No, Karen, I have a whole game down. We're going to have the whole Karen game, and it's going to be called Fuck 'em or Fuck 'em. And then you get to pick. Are you fuck 'em or fuck 'em? We're going to figure it out. Okay. But there's going to be some game with Karen that's going to all fuck. By the way, this show is not safe for work.
No, it's not.
I'll put that at the beginning.
NSFW.
NSFW for sure. Everyone in the chat room, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, Jackie, tomorrow, Dre, on a Wednesday, and screw it, Ike and Dimitri Thursday and Friday. We will see you guys all later. You can check back all of our previous shows, yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. You can follow us live at yourrealityrecaps.com/younow. Make sure you become a fan there and consider supporting our shows by going to yourrealityrecaps.com/patron or PayPal. Oh, does somebody want to say hi?
Hey, D'Amica!
Oh.
D'Amica!
Oh, I wasn't really prompting to you. I thought you were like looking at one of them like they wanted to say hi. Did they want to say hi?
Yes. Let's have them say hi.
All right.
Come here for a second. Hurry up.
Come and say hi to every... Oh, get ready. Get your moments ready. I'm going to get out... I'm going to get...
He's waking up.
Oh, I'm going to get out of here. Go ahead. Oh, everybody loves you guys.
Here's the half of my trio.
Oh, there they are. Everybody loves you.
Okay, so there they are.
Okay, now get out.
And they're still in love.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's so bad. Get out.
We love you. No, everybody loves you. Karen, we love you.
Thank you guys so much.
By the way, I don't know if you want to give a congratulations to Sammy. She's your #1 fan.
Sammy, congratulations.
And you can say hi to Leslie, too, as your #2 fan. They were battling it to be your #2.
Leslie. Mwah.
We love you guys. We will see you guys back here later. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Bye, guys.
Bye.